names. All right. So we are here in Admiralty, where you can see there are thousands of protesters that have come here after the rally cry by the HKFS. They've asked people to here today en masse to bring their gear, bring masks, supplies, come ready for some escalated action. So you can see thousands of protesters have responded, and at the front there's a few hundred media members gathered as well. So all the press are here, people have responded, but the bad thing is the police are also apparently the ban was online, and that's why the authorities know what's planned, and we've taken pictures of various sites where tonight's escalation is due to happen, and we already see that all those spots, it's already full of police officers. So we're not exactly sure what's going to happen, but what we can tell you is that the plan is to escalate at these government buildings right here. They may involve blocking entrances, charging certain fences, also taking certain roads, such as Longwall Road, behind this building. But we're going to just give you a tour to show you the whole site. So we're headed up the escalators towards Tamar Park, where a lot of cops were spotted earlier. This is what the crowd looks like. So you can see there's a very large crowd here, definitely a few thousand people. But the problem is, for this escalated action, you need fighter types, not regular folks. And we see a lot of older people, regular people here, not really the type of people you'd expect to join in an escalation. But you can see though, a large crowd has gathered here at Admiralty. People are all around the top as well. And this right here is an entrance to a government building. There's an entrance here on the side. You can see government staff go in and out of here, and there's the entrance spot. What the students may try to do to escalate the situation is they may try and jump these barricades that we see here, and they may make an attempt at trying to at least block, if not trying into these government buildings here. You can see the officers are definitely alert to the situation. You can see the barricades are out, and behind the barricades they've all prepped as well. So this area is well secured right now. We're going to continue on to Tamar Park, where there also are talks that they might go onto the road there. So we'll scope out what the park looks like at the moment, as the rally is still going a little longer than expected. So the volunteers were told to expect some action at around 7 o'clock, but you can see we've now passed the 7 o'clock time, and the talks on. The rally's gone on a bit longer than anticipated, and at the rally what they're telling people is what to expect if you get arrested. So a few people have given what they go to your house and they take your computer, they take your laptops, they confiscate your cell phone, and they'll try and find any kind of evidence to incriminate you. So if you're planning on joining tonight's escalation and you do have some compromising data or some you might want to just delete those. Yes, so we are now inside Tamar Park. This is actually where the whole protest movement started 60-odd days ago. But as of this is going to probably be more. This is the Lechko building to the right, where there was an attempt to break in last week by a group of people who the students say are not part of their group. So where I spotted a lot of cops earlier are on the far left side of this park, especially around Lung Wall Road. They're definitely keeping themselves, keeping a little distance from the actual park itself. They're always in the far corners where people can't spot them. And we're now just going to walk around Lechko.
Oh, James.
Hey!
How are you?
Where'd you come from?
Here. From the toilet.
Alright, that was a bit too much information. Did you see all the officers inside?
Yeah, not many.
Not many. There's a few out there as well at that long wall. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep going now.
Yeah.
What are you guys gonna do?
Just walk around and check.
Alright. I'm sure I'll bump into you again. Yeah.
一定係舊鐵嘅。
Can we keep it on the WCN, please? So in front of us here, this is where this side window, this is the window that was smashed about a week ago. But it's been, I believe it's been refixed and boarded up by now. So where you see that little barricade, that's the spot of the first break-in.
Hey guys, just come in on the Havoc. What's happening?
Hey. So we're expecting this to kick off any time now. The escalated action.
What's the escalated action?
Basically, the students have rallied everyone today. They've called everyone out here to escalate the situation. They feel like they're not being heard and what's being done now is not enough. So there's a big rally going on outside, and we believe a few of the activities of the escalation involves taking roads and certain government buildings, or attempting to. You can see people have homemade shields ready. This is normally a cooking utensil, but now it's being utilized as a shield, very cleverly actually, using water bottles to connect it. So people are definitely gearing up. People are preparing themselves for battle.
Whereabouts are the police right now, or can we see them?
They're hiding. I was walking around this entire area, and I always saw them in corners, in large groups in corners. So they're not showing themselves unless we actually go to these dark corners, but they are there around the corner everywhere.
And is there any way that we can get a reporter up to them and ask them what their intentions are, how they feel?
I've chatted with them actually. I've chatted with a group of them that I spotted. And we had a quick chat. Then that's where I got the information that they're aware, fully aware of what sites are targeted tonight and what's going to happen. Unfortunately, when you've got such a big group of students, there's bound to be an insider. You can easily plant someone. Police infiltrate gangs. No reason they can't infiltrate a student group. So the police know exactly what's happening here tonight.
Can you give us a panoramic of just what part of Hong Kong you're in, and just state where you are?
We're in Admiralty. This is the Legco complex, which is like our Congress or your House of Parliaments. So this is where all the debates are held by the government officials. And this is the Admiralty district in Hong Kong.
Can you give us a sky view pan there of just some of the city buildings there?
Sure.
What's that big building there?
Not too sure.
The World Trade
But
Center.
there's, yeah.
So guys,
this is CITIC Tower.
We're live in Hong Kong right now. The protests and what's, because remember, you know, the Chinese ain't used to this kind of style of protest. They're used to just, you know, shutting it up instantly. What's happening right now? What's the feeling? What's the vibe?
Vibe amongst, there's actually a bit of a divide. A lot of volunteers are not participating in tonight's actions. They've said no. They don't want to be a part of this again. They've been used as muscle several times before, and they actually are not in agreement with today's escalation plans. So the students will have to rely on the members of the public and other protesters, not the volunteers that have been camped out here for the last 60 days.
Violence since 2008. So I think
So you can see press are here. Hey.
Hey, James.
Hey, freaking cat. Hey, guys.
where are you going now?
I guess everyone's coming here, right? Did they finish the rally?
Not yet, they still.
They're still talking, but press are getting ready. You can see we're all outside Legco. The rally might go on for another 10-15 minutes, but press are positioning themselves right now.
I expect them to come this way.
We do, obviously. Right.
Front line, to the front
To the front line, yeah. We are expecting them to come here, which is why we're here as well, obviously, live. But also press are anticipating them to be here. So there's a good 10-15 press members setting up at the moment. There's Chris LC, follow him on Twitter. He's got some amazing updates. This is at Freaking Cat right here, follow him too. Amazing guy. These guys are always on the front lines giving us great updates.
You don't have a suit today.
No.
Alright, so I'm going to keep, see you later guys. So we're going to keep going ahead, but you can see press like myself are now getting ready. We can see young people now are headed this way too, with helmets, hard hats. So this might be the first wave of people to at least be a part of this escalation. People are definitely headed here. You can see the press vest. More and more people are now coming towards this area, which is where we expect the escalation to happen anytime now. Which means it's time for me to gear up. So I'm gonna be, I'm gonna put this down for a bit as I put some gear on. Hey. All right, so I'm just gonna put the camera down here. Just give me about a minute to put some gear on. Too early?
I think too early.
But you know what? When it kicks off, sometimes you have no time. I've seen it. I've heard it when I wanted to prepare and I had no time, and I got hit. So I'm. Yeah, we're live right now. People are watching on YouTube.
Guys, you know, don't get stuck in the kettle when the police form a circle around. You know,
Yeah,
make
we will
sure
not
you-
try and. Yeah, two more 10,000. Yeah, man, MAH lang.
Oh, show me.
What about tear
Sony,
gas? Do you
Sony.
guys use tear gas much?
收尾太渣啦。
大家
我哋識講廣東話
係啊，收尾我覺得咧，你衝嗰陣時會跌㗎，Sony 會衝同上。
哦，明白。
兩個都係1萬，不過係少少唔同我睇到100蚊同400蚊嗰啲。All right, so I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like at this. This is the entrance to the government buildings, and we really do believe that they will jump this barricade anytime now, which is why all the press are here. If they jump this, they've done this before actually. This is what kicked off the entire movement when students jumped this wall to occupy the center area. They were then immediately kettled by police. They were cut off from food, drinks, and the toilet, really. So you can see inside now, there's a lot of police officers surrounding the middle. This is what we believe students want to take tonight. You can see they've got the gear,
guys,
the helmets.
If they're going to come along and take that, why don't you guys just move to a different part where they're not expecting you to take it? I mean, back in the old days of protest, when I was a young guy, we used to be, you know, making the police run down street where we'd just change the destination of the protest and then completely sweep them off their feet. If there's a load of police in a kettle you and locking you in this, why don't you guys just go move the protest somewhere where they can't kettle you?
Exactly.
You know, choose your battles. You know, this is the thing. You know, why are you?
They're
guys
sacrificing themselves. It looks like a sacrifice.
Yeah, man. I just don't see the point. You know, us British protesters. You know, we'll
Right.
just be getting them running around the streets. You know, tired.
Right.
They're all
That's what we've been doing the last 2 days in Mongkok. We've been, you know, doing these guerrilla tactics, leading them around a goose chase, taking the trains, running around. We messed with them, but today is different. Today,
what's today about then?
well, that was over at the other protest at Mongkok. This is the Admiralty protest site. It's 2 different districts, 2 different protest sites. And this is where everything kicked off. Students jumped this wall, and they surrounded the middle area. And you can see the cops are all ready for them. So whoever jumps this, they're going to get arrested immediately.
Yeah,
unless
I'd say maybe augment that and get the protest destination somewhere where they're not ready for you.
Right, and that's
Why
tough
don't you say
because
to everyone, what's Plan B?
well, the planner was leaked last night. That's the problem, and you know they've got insiders. So either way, no matter what plan we go with, they're going to find out. There's too many people in the know, so to speak. When you have a circle that's a few hundred people, trust me, you've got one bad apple.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, dude, it's been a pleasure to join you. I've got to dust off because I've got to head to the studio in a minute. But guys,
Okay.
I hope you have a safe journey today. I hope you have a wonderful experience. You know, make sure you direct that crowd, get the flow of positive energy. Obviously, the Chinese establishment, they're not used to this kind of Western-style protest. And good luck, folks.
All right, thanks a lot. Thanks for joining us, Shem.
Have a great day. We'll speak in the future. Rock and roll, love and light.
All right, take care. That was Shem joining us from England, and we're back solo now. Don't hear anything on the rally, so it looks like the rally might be over, which is why we see people start to disperse. Since the rally is over, we're just not going to head back to the rally point, because that's where we actually came from. We will hang around Lejko to catch the first piece of action when things do kick off. This is a stage for the Federation students, where they always hold their press conferences, the HKFS. And this is their main station here. Do you know if on stage they actually said the plan?
I don't know. Yes. I don't understand that.
Okay.想問咧，嗰啲學生有冇講佢哋今日啲動作做啲咩啊？佢哋冇 stage 嗰度就冇講。
未知。
哦，
咁純粹係對於你係秘密嚟，但係我哋標傳我都未必知。
咁佢哋唔 expect 啲人一齊做嘅咩？
佢哋 expect，我哋收唔到喎。
我哋收唔到。
佢咁一陣間會 stage 嗰度講定會
Maybe stage。
maybe stage
而家唔做過，而家就 rest time。
have dinner
Have dinner, okay. Dinner break.
and then dinner after dinner. Oh.
Okay. Understood. So get ready, get some food, go to the
Maybe.
toilet, get your gear on, and then
maybe after 8 p.m.
8 p.m. 8 p.m. about half an hour.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Thank you very
I
much.
think
8 p.m. Okay.
I think.
Okay, fine. Right. So we've been updated here, and this may not kick off as soon as we anticipated. They've told people to grab some food, go to the bathroom, get some gear, just to prepare for what's coming. So there might be a good little half an hour before things actually kick off now. So we're just going to hang around for a bit. So we'll just scope out the area in general now. So already we're actually off schedule because the rally started at 6 and the volunteers here were expecting things to kick off at around 7, but we can see now the rally's ended at 7:30 and they've asked people to take a break, so this may not actually kick off till about 8 o'clock now. Now that's Lejko right there. These guys do have the yellow hard hats ready. We walked around back here previously, where we did see some, well not some, a lot of police actually around this area before. Right in front of us here is Long Wall Road.
Take a knowledge.
Now Long Wall Road is an area that the protesters have taken several times now. They've come to this road twice, taken it, but within an hour, police always were able to clear the tunnel here. So here is Lungmo Road. We're just going to try and get you. Can I take a pic? Sorry, we're live. Can I show the road? Thank you. So we're turning out. This is Lungmo Road. You can see this is a road that the protesters may try to take tonight. This is the tunnel that leads to the other side, and there were violent clashes in here about a month back when protesters took this tunnel. However, police were able to regain control, and this is one of the supposed targets tonight. We can see police officers on the other side. There's emergency vehicles, there's more police vans, and there's a lot of barricades here. So if the protesters did try to come this way, there's a lot of barricades preventing them to do so. So they'd actually have to come through this one tiny area, which we saw is already being guarded by police officers. So if the protesters do attempt to come to Lungmo Road, they would have to somehow come over all these barricades and get through one small gap where the officers are, because obviously you can't jump from here. It's too high and it would be dangerous. And you can see on the other side, this loops all the way around. And when you loop down, you can see there's also a group of about 5-6 officers on the other side as well. And we anticipate this is just the beginning. I'm sure later on they'll have more and more reinforcements at these key areas where they don't want protesters to take. So we're going to continue up to Tamar Park. Up on Tamar Park, let's see what the situation is like here, but we can already see that Lungmo Road is being defended by the police officers. So was the government complex inside over the fence. So every target that's been rumored to be for the students are definitely occupied by police. Now, what would be great if this was a whole misdirection and, you know, they're actually leading the police onto the wrong targets. That would actually be very interesting. But we don't know yet because they actually haven't. Who were engaged with talks with the students group last night here in Admiralty. And what they've told us is that those are the targets. We can see now we are inside Tamar Park, and there's a lot of people gathering across the railing in front of us here.
You've seen up in the building, up in Bradley. What's umbrella stickers in the window?
No.
Yeah, look, you see that umbrella poster and the I Want Genuine Universal Suffrage sign?
Oh, so there, you can see the window there. There's a yellow sticker that says I Want Universal Suffrage inside the government building that we can see from the very top. I can't anyways, but Break and Attack can. Do follow Break and...
Your friend Guy got the photo of it. He spotted it.
Oh, did he? All right. Do follow Break and Attack here on Twitter. He's always on the front lines, and I'm sure he'll deliver a lot of great tweets and vines for you guys. It's Break and Attack. And now other people actually they've spotted it, and they're taking pictures of the the yellow flag there of the universal suffrage inside the government building, which is quite a sight actually, because the government, most of them are not for this. Most of them are pro-China legislators. But that might be a pro-democracy legislator's office, so they probably left their lights on and displayed the democracy sign in support of the students. You can see now there is a larger crowd. This is not police, these are definitely students and protesters and press who've gathered across this end of Tamar Park. The reason they've gathered here is that it's actually Lungmo Road directly below here. So this is another entrance. This previously, when Lungmo Road was taken, this was actually open. This whole area that you see in front of us was actually full of protesters and media members, but now they've barricaded it back. So the only spot that you have to get through, to get to Lung War Road, is a tiny corridor with some barricades and officers already here positioned. So if people were to try and take Lung War Road via this route, they already have a large hurdle to get through. You can see the officers with tents, they're already ready here with barricades. We see another tweeter here, Freaking Cat, taking pictures. So if they were to try and take Lung War Road, they would have to come through this. You can see all sides of Lung War Road, whether it's this end or the other end through there, there are tons of police officers already positioned. So this would not be a very smart target, actually, because there would definitely be some sort of confrontation if they were to come through this way. And we're going to go back through the park now. So we've highlighted all the potential targets, and they are definitely a very heavy presence of police at all the rumored target spots. We're headed back towards the main stage area now to see what kind of announcement they make in the next 20 minutes. So we can see at every site, people are beginning to gather around the site. So are the police officers. The people in the orange here are the Human Rights Monitor. They're here to make sure that police do not break the law themselves and that they do the right thing here tonight and don't use any kind of excess force. So they're here to monitor the police, and so are we. Hi, could you tell us how many observers are here tonight?
I'm not sure,
Not
but
too sure.
like we try our best to.
Okay, are there like at least? All right, thank you. So there could be around 10 human rights monitors people here, watching the police, recording the police, filming along with us to make sure that everything is above board, so that they don't do anything illegal to these protesters. We're just going to go down this escalator again towards the main stage area. It's going to get very loud, so the sound might be a bit more distorted.
佢嘅政策必然係要改變制度不公嘅問題。我相信今日大家坐喺度，唔單單係覺得要一個選舉制度，因為選舉制度背後係講緊成個社會制度公唔公平。咁好啦，青年政策做嚟做咩呢？係唔係就係收我哋皮，叫我哋返屋企？ 叫我哋揞口費，於是我哋安靜啦。我估喺環顧翻無論西方或者鄰近嘅東亞嘅地區裏面，如果有青年政策嘅地方，佢哋必然咧係處理緊4個嘅問題，或者想達到4個嘅目標。第一就係社會控制。 嘅意思即係透過青年政策，好有系統咁樣將青年人塑造成為一種可以受政府全面控制嘅組群。咁於是佢最害怕嘅就係大家有唔同，大家有批判思維，大家唔係一式一樣，大家講多元。呢一個會唔會係嚟緊青年政策嘅一個目標呢？ 第二，鄰近嘅地方或者西方嘅地方都話緊俾我哋聽，青年政策可以處理嘅或者佢達到嘅目標，就係希望成為一個經濟發展嘅工具。簡單啲嚟講，即係話將青年培育成為最適合呢個社會嘅勞工。再或者咁講，喺透過唔係淨係透過升學就業去處理青年。 而係希望透過升學就業裏面嘅一啲嘅培訓、一啲嘅規訓，讓到青年人都係變得一樣，淨係懂得返工、放工、生活，而其他嘅就唔好再落啦。我哋呢個佢目的係希望鞏固一次資本主義，令到佢再強化嘅一啲嘅青年政策，係唔係我哋需要問咧？係唔係我哋需要去反抗嘅咧？第三。 鄰近嘅地方有啲地方比香港好，佢哋嘅青年政策唔單單係處理青年成為勞工，佢哋都希望青年可以參與第日一個持續嘅社會發展。嘅意思即係話唔係淨係等緊政策，希望都可以透過青年讓青年讓自己一次嘅
There's just a few people around, and most of the people are still gathered here around the main stage.
仲有公平，仲有公義。咁但係呢啲係唔係為緊正義，係為緊青年政策，希望有嘅青年政策方向。
This is one of the big volunteer stations, supply stations here.
好多西方國家，好多同我哋一樣係咁進步，經濟體係咁進步嘅國家，佢哋嘅青年政策都係講緊要讓到青年成為積極公民。 嘅意思即係話，青年其實係同國家之間係應該有一個公民嘅關係，一個公民嘅身份。乜嘢公民身份啊？公民身份即係咩嘅？你喺呢一個團體入邊，你喺呢個組入邊，你喺呢個社群入邊，你喺個社會入邊，你係一個 member， 你喺呢個
Still a very, very large crowd. The main protest area, and this is Tankman. Bump to Tankman here.
Yeah.
Are you ready for tonight, Tankman?
Yeah.
So that's Tankman, who's one of the more famous folk protesters who's coming to Adbrook. Will be definitely participating in this. Also known as you can see the crowd is still very, very large. And it's a very diverse crowd here tonight. It's not just young students, but we have older people, women. It's become very well represented at the protest in terms of the diversity of our country. And all kinds of people are definitely here in the crowd. What they need are guys like these tough young men who are willing to sacrifice themselves for the movement. They call them the hardcore people, and they said for this plan. Around 你中信橋應該中信大廈應該有，因為立會嗰陣時都係收仔警察出去一夜出 clearance 嗰日係啊，所以我覺得嗰度 Let's 個裏邊應該有好多，即係呢幾棟嘢咯。係啦，呢家係啊，佢哋 showing 緊係好少㗎。係啊，你一做動作咧，會嚟㗎啦，會衝過嚟㗎啦。係啊，所以我哋都大家都 expect 咁嘅事。同埋今晚都預咗有嘢㗎啦，幾慘啊！係，真係。咁應該係咪8點鐘佢哋會講會做咩動作？咁呢個唔清楚，我真係唔清楚。咁啲人會點樣知個動作係咩？我都唔知啊，我都諗緊啦，係咯。佢話行動升級，或者今晚會有動作，啲人大聲揮啊聲。咁但係你會唔會係臨時臨急咁樣話？喂，我哋譬如啊，我哋衝到嗰度啦，咁樣咁點衝咧？係咯，係咪？係你應該要有好唔 make sense。係咯，你要好好咁樣交流。你攞埋你啲民眾唔知點樣衝邊度？係咯。第二啲國家咧，佢哋唔會去警察喺度嘅地方㗎嘛，佢哋會去第二個地方㗎嘛。依家大家都知係我哋入面衝啦，咁佢哋都係咯，點解我哋會咁蠢入去呢個地方咧？所以好唔 make sense 今日呢個動作，好奇怪。係大家佢哋點搞啊？話唔定佢哋買搞成，即係唔好咁失望先咯。係。話唔定佢哋搞成咗啊！梗係搞成。我覺得最好係今日冇嘥咗佢哋啲時間。即係你講啲警察咁都算係贏啦，係咪？佢哋準備咗4000啲人，我哋乜嘢都唔做，我哋都當係贏。佢哋咁閪做咁多動作。但係我個人覺得咧，即係我哋應該唔會做嘢，因為好驚樣嘢咧。吹雞一定會做嘢啦，冇可能做。你叫人帶晒軍啲人，你嚟到坐喺度聽你講嘢，咁就走。你如果你俾着你下次又嚟多鑊嘅話，冇嘢啦，係你唔會信佢。係啊，所以佢今日一定交啲嘢俾人。所以要小心。係啊，你都要小心。好，唔該。係啦，拜拜。So that was an interview that we did with a volunteer here who's been here since day one. We didn't show his face to guard his privacy, but he's definitely someone very in the know. So if you understood Cantonese, you definitely got a gist of our conversation there. And the volunteers, as I told you, are not participating. He disagrees with Hoklun, which is HKFS. He doesn't agree with this plan. Why would you attack an area that's police are expecting you to come to, that they're fortified? Confirmed reports have said there are around 4,000 police officers here tonight. We've only seen visually about 100 or so police officers. Now what we're being told is the remaining few thousand officers are hiding inside Titik Tower and inside the Lejko complex. And as soon as this kicks off, they will make their appearance. They will storm out of nowhere, and they are going to shock these protesters, the people who do charge these targets. That's why the volunteers who are stationed here, hundreds of them, they are normally the hardcore guys who jump into the action right away. But for tonight's action, they will not be participating, and that's been confirmed. None of the volunteers here in Admiralty will be participating because they disagree with the plan tonight. And you've also heard that firsthand just not 5 minutes ago from one of the main volunteer leaders here. And personally, as much as I agree with an escalation, I definitely don't think it's wise to do what's about to be done tonight, because they're expecting the students, they're expecting the protesters, and you don't walk into an area that they expect you into. That's just not smart strategy, is it? You're going to get very, very hurt. Numbers are going to thin because people will then get arrested, and afterwards they'll be banned from this Admiralty area, just like the people who are banned from Mongkok after being arrested, such as Joshua Wong. They can't enter certain spaces in Mongkok, and that's the same that will happen here. So the guys that are actually willing to jump these fences, the guys that are willing to take Longwall Road, are going to be the ones that get arrested, and you'll lose a lot of your major forces that were willing to take the risk, because they'll be banned from this area after getting arrested for a pretty weak plan of going into an area that's already heavily fortified. Right outside the Lejko building, we can see there are some beautiful art here. It's a very creative protest that we've seen. You've got a clothes hanger there too. This could also be another potential site that they enter from. You can see there are gates here, barricades, preventing protesters. However, there is a small opening here, and you see two, they must be security guards for Lejko, because they're not police. There's a small opening here, and you don't see barricades. So if protesters, they could come through the sides, they could come through the front. It's very possible that they could use both entrances to jump these barricades later tonight. So definitely the guards, the police, everyone's on high alert here. So is the press. All the press have their cameras ready. There's also a lot of press up there, getting a very, very good view. They've got the high ground. Probably a lot safer up there too. This area is definitely getting more and more busier compared to about an hour ago when we started broadcasting. We were the only ones here an hour ago, but you can see now crowds have begun to gather. See an umbrella movement tent. Protesters have to be careful if they do anything in this part of Leicester not to be kettled in, because they were definitely kettled and surrounded by cops and cut-offs during the last Ledgeco attack here. Tamar Park would also be very easy for police to kettle because it is a rectangular park, so they could easily corner the exits and kettle in both Tamar Park and this Ledgeco area. So what we've been saying is these are not smart targets. First of all, police are ready. Second of all, they're very easy for police to have you kettled in. So I don't know, it seems like poor strategy all the way around in terms of targets and plan. But we'll see. We're all waiting. It's a waiting game at the moment. And we're back here now to where we started. It's still only 2 officers with the massive barricades. Nothing's really kicked off yet. There's no one around the front. We're the only ones here right now. So if you're just joining us or unaware of what's actually happening here tonight, a few days ago, Hong Kong Federation of Students, via social media, asked everyone to gather here at 6 p.m. today, here on Sunday night, for an escalation of the protest. They asked people to bring helmets, goggles, masks, supplies down, come down, geared up and ready to escalate this protest. And that's why we see thousands of people and hundreds of press members gathered here today. We anticipated it would kick off at 7, but it looks like it might be happening around 8, so any minute now. So people might be headed back to the main stage to listen. And what we are expecting is for these government buildings to be the general targets, as well as the surrounding roads of this area. A樽係擺邊度㗎？呢度。So we're at the recycling center where I'm going to recycle my plastic bottle. It looks like caps go here and bottles go here. So you can see they also have a nice recycling centre set up here outside LegCo, the protests. Protesters have smartly pushed the tents back. So this is a lesson we learned from LegCo last time. Last time this whole area was tents, and what happened was when police pushed back, the protesters all fell on each other because they kept landing into tents. So you can see tonight there's a nice wide gap that we didn't have last time that will allow more free passage, and if things do get crazy and police start batoning people and people run away, there are plenty of room for people to fall back to, as they have definitely pushed the tents back from the last time when we were here.
睇車咁耐10年，屌你都玩呢啲啦！
啊，我玩的2姐啊，在广州我是对你们全部在这里是
And when you wind up the steps of LegCo, you end up in Tamar Park. I'm sure you guys who followed are familiar by now. You can see supplies of water has been shipped here. They're rolling supplies at all the stations to make sure they're well filled. We've got medical tents here as well. More and more people have definitely gathered from the last time we were here. And that's Longwall Road directly in front of us. Cars are running as normal for now. You can see a little squad of officers just strolling inside the park there. and a large group of officers directly at the front, blocking anyone who wants to charge Lingmore Road directly in the front here. So you can see them with the yellow vests. The far corner. We don't know if these people are here just to watch or to participate. But they don't have as much gear for people who are participating. You don't see the helmets, you don't see the masks. As more officers come by, so we'll go towards the main stage now because it is 8 o'clock and they might be making some kind of an announcement. And we can see about first aid and medical people are huddled up how to deal with tonight's situation here. But this is a medical tent, medical volunteer that you can go into before things kick off.
You're prepared. James Bond, I presume. Hey, you're a hero of mine. Yeah. I love your stuff. Well done.
Thank you.
And you're armed. I mean, this is serious.
He kept me awake until 5:15.
Oh, I kept you up, didn't I?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
So you have to, the most funniest one is at the end, at the NTR.
Oh, that was a great broadcast when we followed them all the way from TST to Mongkok. We took the train. We told them they were going to Central, so the cops believed we were going to Central. We got off at the TST, took the other train back to Mongkok. We took them on a ride. Correct. And then suddenly headed into the station. One half pretended like they were going to continue walking to Mongkok. The other group pretended like they were going to MTR. So they pub split up. Then the group that was headed to Mongkok then took another MTR route. It was
Next time you play the door game, you're sitting by the door.
Yes.
we all said we're going to go to Mongkok from Jordan, stood at the Jordan door, and suddenly switched to the Central door. So we did do those. It was definitely, like Chris said, the most fun night of leading the cops around the goose chase around Kowloon district.
Were they amused?
They were very, very upset, very tired. Everyone was having fun. Protesters were enjoying it, having a great time.
They ID'd the remainders, right?
They filmed the people. They even filmed inside the MTR station.
They've also asked for IDs. That's against MTR bylaws.
Uh-oh.
I'm sure the police will accept this question.
You have to always obey the MTR bylaws.
So right now we're just gathered with our fellow tweeters here. These are the guys you want to follow on Twitter. Chris LC, Tom Grundy, at Tom Grundy, great updates.
Lost Dutch.
Lost Dutch, LOSTDUTCH, follow Lost Dutch. Freaking Cat, as we know, Freaking Cat. And could you tell us your...
James Rice.
James Rice. Oh, James!
Yeah.
You're James Rice!
Yeah.
I've seen your updates since the beginning of Tamar Park. Yeah, that's when we...
I'm a big fan.
Oh wow,
I'm a big
it's
fan.
really nice to meet you finally.
Nice to meet you.
Alright, so that's James Rice, at James Rice. So these are the guys, this is the Twitter media here, huddled up, preparing... Sorry? Twitter twats is what twats. Oh, Twitter twats is what Tom Grundy calls the group here. No, he did say twats actually. I stand corrected. Or tweeps, tweeples. These are the foreign influenced tweeples here. But you definitely want to follow these guys. They're dedicated. We see them almost every day, at least. You know, one of these guys will be here every single day that we see. They're at the front lines giving great updates, putting themselves at the front so that everyone can get updates. Happy birthday, Chris. Chris here, birthday tonight. Great to celebrate a birthday.
Yeah, he never sleeps.
Nobody else can sing that.
Should get some blue ribbon people to sing happy birthday to
I go down there and let's say happy birthday to me. Yes.
So, is it your birthday right now? Not midnight, it's actually your birthday right now. Ah, so how did you celebrate your birthday?
Eating something like that. And I got some presents from Japan, so some sweets, some red beans, some matcha cakes.
And covering the protest.
Yeah, sure.
We're still waiting for the firework at the end.
Yeah. So they haven't said anything yet.
Once in a lifetime.
Yeah. So a very unique birthday here for Chris LC. And the situation here is still the same. About a dozen or so officers guarding the front lines. And the only people in and out are government people. We see a PTU officer here as well. So we believe there's probably a lot more of these PTU tactical officers hiding inside the building, and that they're actually only visually showing about a dozen or so officers in the front. We believe once this kicks off, a few hundred officers may actually appear from this building. Hey.
Yeah, I've got Grundy here.
Yeah. And we bumped into Alex Hofford here as well. Follow him at Alex Hofford. All the Tweeples, we're live on YouTube right now. All the Tweeples, we got Grundy, Chris, Freaking Cats, James Rice, the Dutch.
Who's the Freaking Cat guy?
The guy in the red
background.
Yeah. So all the Tweeples are here. All the Twitter guys are here. I've seen everyone.
Have you seen the water cannon?
I didn't visually see it
No,
myself.
I want to go and have a look.
It was around there, but
Yeah.
is it still there?
I don't know, I was just going to go walk around. There's nothing going to happen here for now.
Yeah. I can get the location.
Can you?
They're down there, the guys who told me
Yes,
about
I
it.
moved there.
It's true.
But yeah, ask them. Can you ask them?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah. Let's go down there to the tent and ask them directly.
Just message them. It's quite a message to go there. It's really thick crowd.
Got him on Facebook. He went up.
Where's Tom?
Yeah, Tom just went to get some dessert. He'll be right back. All the Tweeples were just having dinner here. Sandwiches. Yeah. Another tweeter.
Nice to meet you. James Rice.
Oh yeah, where is your helmet? Oh.
It's always been Sweden. Yeah, well, it's kind of about trying to stay as light as possible. Even the backpack weighs something.
So where we are right now is we're on the footbridge that connects the Admiralty Centre to the government complex, and the main stage is directly below our feet. So the main stage area is actually right down here, so it is directly below us where they're speaking right now. But just to show you how many people are actually present, you can definitely see a crowd of a few thousand people still gathered there, sat downstairs, listening to the people on the main stage right now. So they're talking about Taiwan, where the Taiwanese just had their election, where the current pro-Beijing ruling party, KMT, Kuomintang, was heavily defeated in the election. And what people are saying is that the umbrella movement here in Hong Kong directly affected the election results in Taiwan, because the people of Taiwan are afraid of what will happen if they keep electing this pro-China Kuomintang KMT government. So this time they've been kicked out, and a new party is going to, more pro-Taiwan, anti-China party is going to take control of Taiwan now. And that, what people are saying, is a direct influence from the umbrella revolution here in Hong Kong, and that's what they're telling the crowd, and they're all cheering right now. This is the back area of the stage, and in front of us here, the lights you see at the blue tents is the study corner. There are plenty of people from behind here as well.
Like, he doesn't use his name, but I would really like to meet him. He's a scream. Yeah. I always tweet his thing. Hemlock.
I don't know who he is.
He's the guy who writes this thing, Big Light Team.
They didn't pay attention to the picture one.
Oh,
yeah, he's working in a big.
Where's your
I don't know what he does.
it's right there. There's the helmet, guys. It is on my arm.
He's very witty.
So thanks for watching, James Thornborn. I do have my helmet ready here today.
What he does, everyone seems to what he does.
Yeah.
I was standing next to you on the street. I didn't know who you were. And then on the corner, I thanked you. You were standing there. I was there standing too. I even said hello, but you were so busy. But I didn't know who you were.
Oh. So we actually did meet.
I was just going home because I thought I need to. So I was sitting in the train, so I found your live report. You just about to start the first black screen, and then you started. Yes. So I looked all the way until home, and then I kept sitting on my sofa until 5:15, but I had to get out at 9:15. So
you didn't get anything.
I had to get a few hours of sleep at least.
You caught the good stuff, though.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. They're not going to hit him in the head. They're going to hit him in the
And so the time here is 8:23 p.m. So it has passed the 8 o'clock mark that we were expecting this to kick off. So I guess things are delayed once again.
Your ivory trader bashing is getting quite, it's
got a lot of reach. I'm surprised.
Did you see the one on Facebook? They're from someone called James Thorpe. You know James Thorpe?
Yes.
You know who that is?
I don't know who he is, but he's watching right now. He's hearing us. He can hear us.
All right. Yeah, hello, James. Yeah.
Hi, James.
He said, what is it with you just keep using your body for the cause of it's getting bashed?
Yeah.
Something like that.
I wasn't expecting that, you know. He shots out of nowhere, right?
But he did it to me as well.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Yeah.
I came out and told you that
he did it to me, yeah.
He probably thought, the next person who does that, they get that.
Yeah.
Something happened.
Oh, I didn't know it was that day. I thought it was another day that you.
No. It happened preceded 5 minutes earlier.
Oh, wow.
He did it to me, and I thought I'm getting out of here.
Right.
I went outside and I saw you.
No, I said I'm getting out of here too.
In an ambulance.
Yeah, he only hit
in the back of an ambulance.
Yeah. It's for a good cause.
Who do you think will jump out of the garbage can when the students come in? Pepper spray agent? No, what? They're sitting behind
Where's
the
that?
garbage
That's
can.
just there, isn't it?
So who will jump out when somebody comes?
Probably,
Hey, good to see you. Sorek here tonight. We got Sorek here reporting as well.
Two major places. Yeah. All the social medias are here, all the Twitter guys are here.
Oh, really?
They sort of spotted Alex Xiao, one of the 10. That's my
Okay.
But this is the most stuff.
Yeah. So what we're being told is the mainstream media are all huddled up, and also the alternative media are also huddled up together.
You should go check out this.
Yeah, the mainstream's all down there because they spotted Alex Xiao. Exactly. That's why all the mainstream's down there. But this is where the most cops are. Yeah, but if the gates are locked, they have doors, right? If they're locked, there's no way you can get into those doors.
Around the corner.
Yeah, around the corner there.
It's not about getting in, it's about keeping people out at 8 a.m. in the morning.
So they can just start blocking this area.
Yeah, once they go into this, the
Right.
civil servants can't get into work.
Right.
The other side's still blocked.
Oh, yeah. That's solidly blocked. That's my favourite barricade in the whole multiplayer, the one that.
Right. And then we know what's going to happen. They're going to do their charge to push people back and clear this area out eventually, once the people have gathered.
Do you hear someone said that they're airport security?
Something about it.
Someone said that those guys are anything. They're very good at like set pieces. They're slow to move because you breathe and they have a race of play. So they can't.
They're not mobile.
They're not like guerrilla style. They're just shock on the wall.
So they're here, anti-terrorist cops are probably here.
Yeah, the anti-terrorist and the police.
PTU.
Okay.
Like the first story that you was in the street and you're walking away and the police are still standing there, they're not moving
Anti-triads probably here too. I hate them, they're the worst, aren't they? Yeah. I wonder if there are any cops watching this broadcast.
If the police with the black vests,
Right.
if they have the label open, it says police.
Yeah.
No
I
ID card.
You remember, I made them open it. Yeah.
Yeah, but if they have it open, but no ID card. No, only is open, it says police.
No,
but no ID card in it. Oh, nothing around the neck as well.
It should be around the neck, or when they open it, it should have their ID.
I have a video from 2 nights ago also.
Right. No, it's been out of order the way they've been really shielding their identities here. So we can show you here.
Slow, let's download first.
The showing just some of the officers without their identifications on, which we've seen many, many times. It's more normal to see the anti-triads without any kind of identification than it is. It's actually surprising when we do see them with the IDs.
Yeah, even at the slogans thing.
But these guys are pretty crazy. This is my picture from the other night
Right.
in Mongkok.
Yeah.
The motorcycle guys.
Yeah.
You were hectic. The other night I saw you on
Yeah.
What?
Do they charge by it? That was suit night.
This is the police and
lost connection there. Actually the internet here at Tamar Park is very, very spotty, especially when there's a lot of people. We do get cut off a lot here at Tamar Park, so do expect that, but we will always be back. And also there is a chance sometimes we'll be off for a battery break as well to get the batteries charged up, because the live stream does take a lot of battery, and even though we've connected a battery pack, it does drain the battery rather than charge, because it does consume a lot of energy with these live streams. So if we do get disconnected, we will be back, that's for sure. Wikipedia.
Yes.
Sure. Not a Wikimedia shirt, huh?
Wikimedia is one of the products, so you can have a Wikimedia Foundation, Wikimedia chapter cert. So there's Wikimedia Hong Kong, there's Wikimedia UK, Deutschland, Österreich.
So this probably won't be a clash then, at least in the beginning.
Not sure. Really not sure.
Plastic wrap.
Left plastic.
And then make other updates so you see 70 people.
That's all that is.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah. They could be making an announcement anytime soon.